everyone, I am Mecha42, your favorite YouTube harpy, and I did tease this in my last video about Doctor Who winning the Golden Tomato Awards. We gotta talk a little bit about Black Panther. It is not fair for me to scroll past Black Panther winning the best. What movie did you win? Or what category did you win, Black Panther? Comic book graphic novel movies, it looks like. By genre, yeah, it looks like it won the best popular movie? I just had it. The best movie with a wide release. The best movie with a wide release it won. Alright, so we're gonna click on that here. Black Panther, what do they say about it? 600 theaters, that's all it takes to make our list of wide releases. That and the undying, near unanimous adulation of critics. They gave top marks to 3 superhero movies this year, as burnout and fatigue of the subgenre remains an invisible specter. Meanwhile, the cinema of empathy, Won't You Be My Neighbor, Paddington 2, connected in a big way. So the order of rank below reflects the adjusted score as of December 31st, 2018. Scores might change over time. Okay, so Black Panther won at number 1. Black Panther elevates superhero cinema to thrilling new heights while telling one of the MCU's most absorbing stories and introducing some of its most fully realized characters. Yeah, it had some memorable characters, absolutely, and they really stood out quite a bit in Infinity War as well. You had some great side characters come from this film, absolutely, I totally agree. Was this really, really the best movie? Did it get really unanimous scores? Did it really get fair reviews on Rotten Tomatoes? Well, my gut suspicion is no, and I've cheated, and you can see that I've pulled this up already. So let's just check out what some of these Black Panther Rotten Tomatoes scores are. But first, let me move myself over so you guys can actually see this. Now, the average critic rating is an 8.2 out of 10. Okay, that seems reasonable. 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, okay, for the critics. 79% liked it for the audience score. It's got an average of like 4.1 out of 5. And that is pretty, you know, if you survey a lot of people, and especially from the comment section of my YouTube videos, when we do talk about Black Panther, and we've talked about Black Panther before, remember last time, it's only fair that we look at these, considering all of the outrage of people who lost their goddamn minds at the Golden Globes for Black Panther not winning Best Drama, and it lost to Bohemian Rhapsody. So we know what kind of I don't want to say anything bad about the fan base. We know what kind of reaction some people have to this movie, and well, let's just read what they say, you know, because clearly, unanimously, 100% of the reviews are going to be, you know, it's the best movie ever because of this, and this. You know, like identity politics, providing a fresh spin to the genre's increasingly tedious narrative. Oh boy, here we go with it. Now, this is a bad review to me. This seems like this would be a bad review. Increasingly tedious narrative formula. So that means you don't like the superhero movie genre, and you only like the woke part with the identity politics. That's all you like about this movie, right? Or I mean, there's a full review. That's just a quote from it. Really? That is so. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm just disappointed. I'm really, really disappointed. I'm not surprised, though. I just kind of, for once, would love to go to one of these pages and not be right. And not be so disappointed with humanity that they're still judging these movies based on people's skin colors. What do you say? How about this one? When it comes to creative visuals, engaging action, and likable characters, Black Panther stands confidently. Well, that's the one that they used in the main headline. Whether or not it's the best film Marvel Studios has made to date, it is clearly in the discussion. It is by far the most thought-provoking. Okay, sure, that doesn't really tell me a whole lot. Jordan has swagger to spare in those rolling shoulders, but there's a breath of charm too, all the more seductive in his overblown atmosphere of Marvel. He's twice as pantherish as the Panther. that is a very common reoccurring theme that Michael B. Jordan's character, I like on Mahler's video, if you guys have seen that, he keeps calling him Creed, I believe. He basically was more interesting than Black Panther, according to a lot of people. So it's kind of interesting to see that. How about you? Marvel's Black Panther film means so much to so many people. The film is a lightning rod of representation. Oh boy, it doesn't represent me. None of these movies represent me. The closest thing is Aquaman with the bright red dyed hair on the girlfriend. If that's all you care about in your movie is the color of their skin, then we've kind of failed society. I think we have failed as a society where that is more important than what the film has to say, how entertaining it was, how well made it was, how well written it was. It's like, does it have the right quota of people? Yes, in a time where Black people feel so belittled and not paid attention to. Well, I can't speak for that, clearly. I can't speak for that. You guys can in the comment section. Is this really important to you, or do you just want a nice, fun movie? Like, is this just kind of like the no negativity brain kicking in, saying we can't say anything bad about it. The movie's not that great, but we have to say something good. So let's compliment it for the. It's woke. It's diverse. It's representative. Let's compliment it on something. This is trendy. Let's say this. And I've run across so many people that do that. They will not say anything negative about something because we live in this no negativity world. This is why somebody like me comes across as such a shock to a lot of younger people, especially. I grew up with like a lot of the angry comedy. I grew up with George Carlin stuff. So I am aware of how to be angry and grumpy and negative and rip something a new one, and a lot of people can't nowadays. A lot of people like this one specifically, this is a bad review in disguise of, but it's woke, and they give it a high score. Probably they got in either to see it for free, or they think they're going to get something in the future, like some sort of screener. Okay, the best thing about Black Panther is that it tries to tear itself away from the monstrous franchise by having a very cool spirit of its own. Full review in Spanish. That's an interesting review. I would probably continue to read that. Oh man! But so what do you guys think about this? This one just it really gets under my skin when we focus on just the superficial stuff, and most of the movie reviews here that I'm seeing are fairly reasonable. They seem like they've seen the movie. That's kind of a big criteria for me. If I'm not going to complain about your review if you seem like you saw the movie and or at least you saw enough of it to kind of get the gist of it. B, you're saying something critical. You're saying something about the characters in the movie, their personalities, how well written they are, the action, the cinematography, the pacing, any of those things, movie specific things that don't just say, I love it because it's diverse, I love it because it's woke. I see so many reviews of that, and more so in like Doctor Who and the new She-Ra. I'm sure the Black Panther score, like since this is such old news, I'm sure a lot of the reviews that basically only said that have been kind of buried in the massive amount of critic reviews. And I will link this in the description if you want to look at it, and also my Golden Globe video about people kind of losing their minds on the Golden Globes. But yeah, it's funny. It's really, really funny. Like, how many people will just say it's woke just to not say anything bad? Is that part of it? Am I like reading too much that people don't really care so much about the identity politics, and they don't really care so much about the color of and the representation, as they just don't know what else to say about something bad? I don't know. I'm kind of getting to think that, because I see so many people who, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Why are you so negative? Why are you watching something that you don't like? Why do you talk about something you don't like? It's like, what am I not supposed to say when I don't like something? Is that a law? Is that a rule? Is that like a generational thing that I didn't get? I didn't get the memo on? Because I see that a lot with people, especially younger generation sort of people than me, because I'm old school. I grew up in the 80s. I'm a lot older than I look. I don't get that. Even in my generation, people are like, oh, you're so negative. It's healthy. okay to be critical, though, I think. It really means that you can kind of see what's good and what's bad. Because then you can appreciate the good that much more. Something like, when I see something like The Orville, and I just love it that much more than something like Discovery. And then you've got the middle-of-the-road stuff like Doctor Who or whatever. I can kind of appreciate something like The Orville more because we have such extremes. And then we have such middle-of-the-road stuff as well. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Is this just a substitute for people not wanting to say anything negative? Or are we really, really in that day and age where people are that focused and hung up on the color of people's skin or their gender? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I am Mecha42, and I will see you guys on the next video or live stream. Bye! Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!